What's up, guys? Alvaro here, and welcome back to the Bilingual Stock Market channel. Let's go ahead and talk about some stocks and about what is going on as of now in the markets. And as usual, on Tuesdays, I am going to be filming today's video along with my friend Mario. What's up, bro? How are you?
Hey, what's up, Alva? Thanks for having me.
Have you been good?
Not bad at all.
There
What
you
about
go.
you?
Okay, I like it. So, bro, last Tuesday when we filmed our last video, the
hmm
markets were looking very, but very different relative to the way that they are looking as of now. So finally, what we have been discussing over here is playing out. The markets
Yes,
went
sir.
too far too fast, and now
hmm
we are having some sort of nice pullback. Obviously, the $1 million question is how low the indices can go. I think that we still have a bit of room to the downside over here, a bit more of room to the downside over here. We are a bit oversold. I was expecting some sort of intraday relief rally. We had a bit of an intraday relief rally today. Nothing crazy. The bulls could not even feel the gap up to 41.70. We had an ugly close with the bears taking out yesterday's lows. So we have the Jackson Hole meeting on Friday. So the markets are a bit afraid of what Powell might be saying that day at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So what do you make what do you make of what we are seeing as of now in the markets?
As I said, too far, too fast, and we hit a important resistance area, which is the 200 SMA, and we got rejected immediately
Yeah.
and start withdrawing to the downside.
hmm
As you said, the
That was a
question is
clear
how low it
rejection,
can
right? And
go.
we also have, if you take a look at the charts of the S&P and the SPY, we have a trend line that comes from all-time high that pretty
hmm
much coincides with the 200-day moving average. And that
Yep.
trend line, there you go. You have the same. I know. Is that the same trend
Nah,
line?
this is a short-term trend line, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, we
The
have.
200 SMA,
Yeah, that,
we
that
got
trend line
with a
coincides with the
penny.
200-day moving average. So that was a coincidence, right? So that was
hmm
an area in which the markets were supposed to find a huge resistance at. That happened,
hmm
and obviously now the big question is how low can we go? So,
Yep.
what do you think is going to happen from now until Friday? Today, Bullard came out and said that he wants to see a 100-point increase
He
for
always
the
says some
meeting
bullshit.
in September. That isn't going to happen. I was taking a look at the Fed futures, by the way, Mario. I think that
hmm
I have them handy over here, and now the
hmm
markets are pricing in once again a 50
75.
basis point hike. So the
50
markets,
or 50 or 75.
yeah, I mean we have two options pretty much on the table. So
Okay.
what do you think is gonna happen with Powell on Friday?
I'm pretty sure he's gonna go for 75. He's not gonna go for 50.
hmm
But markets are, I think, pricing in for 75, if I'm not wrong. You can see the
It
yields whipping
changed, I
higher for the
think,
past few
from
days.
yesterday um, until
Yeah.
today. I need to double
Yeah,
check
it
on
I
that.
think I think it all depends on US yields, right? Like let's see what the 10-year
hmm
yield is doing right now. Yeah, I think market is pricing in for a 75 basis points. So the bond markets are signaling the same. So if they do give a 75, they better give a 75 because they need to go aggressive
Here I
because
have the Fed futures, Mario. By the way,
yeah, what does it say?
yeah, I'm gonna move it. I'm gonna move them over here. So as of
Wait,
now,
mhm.
yeah, the markets are pricing in a 75 basis point hike, bro. Yeah,
Yep.
52.5%,
hmm
relative to 47.5%,
hmm
um, which is the likelihood that
hmm
is that the markets are giving to the possibility of having a 50 basis point hike.
hmm
So is Powell going to sound hawkish, dovish? What do you think?
I'm pretty sure he will be sounding hawkish because he has no
hmm
excuse, right? I mean, he
Yep.
said it's going to be data dependent. The headline numbers and the jobs data was crazy.
hmm
Inflation came down low. Inflation came lower than expected. So there's no excuse for him. So if he's going to go by data dependent, better go for 75.
So if we say that the markets are pricing in a hawk on Friday, right, at 10 a.m.
hmm
Eastern Standard Time. So do
hmm
you think that we can go down further from here? until Friday, and maybe the markets then rally on Friday because they already priced in a hawkish Jerome Powell?
I mean, that can happen. I'm not saying it won't. It can happen. Depends on where Thursday's closes, to be honest with you.
Mhm.
So if Thursday's close is under 407, and if Powell came out like too dovish, the worst case scenarios will be like the Thursday's close will be a bear trap where they gap up higher 407 again on Friday and close the week above 407. That's a possibility, but depends on where the markets close on Thursday. So
Correct.
the reaction might vary depending on that. So if we rally tomorrow and day after tomorrow and close Thursday at 416, they might push it lower to 407 after Powell's statement, or they might just like fill that gap on Friday. So
Yeah, the markets made up this idea of a pivot. So no one has spoken about a pivot in the Fed. Like no one, that doesn't exist. We have an inflation that is unacceptably high, and the Fed is going to keep on hiking rates until further notice. So the markets just made up this idea. Yeah, you know, this is a new phase of unease of monetary policy, and I don't know who made that up, but that person was obviously mistaken. So we still have tomorrow's trading session and Thursday's trading session. So what do you think? Red tomorrow, red on Thursday as well, or what are you thinking about when it comes to the SPY and Triple Q?
If you take a look at SPY today, the price action was just chopping around, flat session, but close under the lows of yesterday, as you said. It is just consolidating in a bearish flaggish pattern. I won't be surprised to see 410 soon if they break under today's lows, which is at 411.85. But if they do break under 410, I'll be watching out for 408 to 407 to be tested by tomorrow.
Agreed on that. Okay, say that the bulls make an attempt of another rally tomorrow. Where do you think that might be failing at, or where do you think that they might be struggling with in terms of resistance?
In terms of intraday basis, the first level of resistance comes in at 413.50. The second level of resistance comes in at 414.44. But the major resistance is sitting at around 415 and then like 416.50, which is the top of the gap. Wait, let me see. The top of the gap is currently at 417.23. That'll be the next level of resistance. On an intraday basis, we are looking at 414.48 as the first level, and the second level is going to be at around like 470, the top of the gap. I mean, the bottom of the gap, which is currently at around 417-ish levels, the area of interest. So that's what I'm watching for.
Gotcha. So you are more inclined to maybe a relief rally tomorrow, or do you think?
All right. So to put it simpler, like we had this consolidation box, all right? This consolidation box over here, which is from May 27th.
Yeah, that was June. 8th. Yeah, before that was before the CPI of May, right? Which was nasty.
Yep.
Then we saw a massive drop in the S&P.
Flushed down.
Correct.
So right now they're just into this box, which is from 416 to 407, technically.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So if they do break under today's low, which is at around 411.84, we can see 410 and the bottom of this gap, which is, as I said, 408 to 407 levels to be tested. And if they do push higher from 410, I'll be watching out for this top of the gap, which will be the main resistance, which is at around the box zone 416. And above 416, we can either gap fill all the way to the upside.
Those are possibilities. Yeah, you don't want to make any predictions on tomorrow's trading session and Thursdays. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Tomorrow's, if I want to make a prediction, I would just go with a bear flag until it's not, sort of thing.
Okay.
So for higher probability to 410.
Fair enough. That's good. That's good. Triple Q, Mario.
Triple Q.
What are you saying over there with the technology people?
Same markets. They got rejected at the AVWAP from the lows today, and they closed under 314. So that's not a good sign at all. So it's the same market. If you see QQQ, bearish flaggish consolidation. If they break under today's lows, watch out for 310 to be tested. And below 310, we're watching at 307 and 303 to the downside.
All right. resistances over here if we happen to see a
To the
rally tomorrow?
upside, if you for the upside resistance which I'm watching is at 316.50, about 316.50. The top of the gap is just going to like 319-ish levels. About that, we're looking at the gap fill all the way to like 322.
Alrighty, there you go. Bro, oil has been on a tear, which is bad news, very bad news for the bulls. XLE has been running, and obviously Occidental Petroleum has been absolutely out of control, bro. So I took a couple of good trades on Oxy. And there is a lot of FOMO over there. So we have like the perfect storm, right? So oil is pushing higher, and on top of that, Warren Buffett or Berkshire Hathaway, for that matter, disclosed that they want to acquire 50% of this company, right? So this is like the perfect storm. If you take a look at the monthly chart, we have a gap up to $84. Yes, $84.
Monthly.
Yeah, you heard correctly. That would be crazy.
Oh,
because,
there it is.
Yeah, there you go. Take a look. $84, 85. The stock is a bit overextended, obviously, but if oil keeps on pushing higher, do you think that this is a beast, could be
indeed.
a total beast, could be filling that gap up to 85? I was thinking about some sort of retracement, Mario, down to 71, $70. That might be a viable dip. So what are your thoughts on this beast, Occidental Petroleum?
If they gap it above the highs, the recent highs, which is currently at $74, and they'll say they open at 75 or something, they come back to 74, they'll hold that support and rip.
Yeah, they
we're
can.
we're looking for more upside to come. I mean, look at this volume.
Unbelievable.
It's
A total beast, man. This is a beast. A beast.
Crazy volume.
Total beast. Unstoppable stock over here.
Yep, you can see institution participation in here, right? Like you can see the volume in here after they paid their dividends. Crazy volume. And the past 3 days, look at the average volume and look at the volume in the past 3 days.
Unbelievable.
Insane.
Insane. So we are talking about, when it comes to buy areas, we're talking about 70, 71. If that area happens to hold a support, and if momentum keeps on kicking on, this thing can fill the gap up to 84, $85. No problem. What a beast.
70. Yeah, the ATR is at what, $4 or something in this? Insane. So we can easily go to like 76 tomorrow if we.
Bro, the ATR is at $4. That thing went up $9 on Friday. Unbelievable. So it doubled. Its ATR. A beast. It is simply a fucking beast. That's it. Mario, Nvda posts earnings tomorrow. So what are you thinking about that?
Nvda. Let me see. Oh, all right. Looking pretty decent. Sitting right at about the 50 SMA. If you want to go long, don't trade the earnings. But tomorrow, if you want to go long,
I mean, gambling on earnings is just gambling, guys. So and if you're buying calls and puts, you gotta be aware that you're paying very expensive contracts because of the implied volatility. So that is something that you need to keep in mind. Absolutely, yeah.
So if you're a bull, you got to make sure that this 169 bulls have to hold this 169 level as support. If they break under 169, you're looking at 165 or 150 to follow 150. My bad. Let me repeat. If they break under 169, 165 and 160 will follow immediately. If they gap it lower under 159 or something, then it's a bad news for Nvidia because we're looking at 153 and to run a test to the lows again after earnings. But
they already lowered guidance, so I guess that maybe earnings could be decent tomorrow. They lowered guidance when it comes to the gaming, let's say, business of the company. So they kind of prepared the markets before posting worse than expected report. But maybe the markets, since they already lowered guidance, maybe the markets could say tomorrow, okay, this report was better than feared. And based on that, we could see a bounce back up.
If we have a flat session tomorrow, right, and then they reported decent earnings, it's still consolidating above this 50 SMA. I won't be surprised they push higher after earnings to fill this gap. and then like just consolidate here in a bearish flaggish pattern before breaking down.
178
So-
would be the next important spot over there, right?
Yep, the gap
177,
fill as well.
178. Correct.
That's the gap fill, the gap which opened on August 19th to August 22nd.
Yeah. So any push up to that area, and if that push happens to fail, that might be a spot in which we could be considering puts, depending on what is going on with SMH, the semiconductor ETF.
Let's
There
see.
you go.
SMH wasn't looking really good either. Like it's just barely holding on to that AVWAP from the lows, which is at like $225. So let's see, like just consolidating again in a bearish flaggish pattern. So everything is
In the
just
case of
like
SMH,
consolidating.
if 224 bucks happens to be taken out by the burst, that is going to be good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. 224. That's like extremely critical. Sorry. So watch out for that level in the case of SMH. So thank you very much, bro, for joining me today once again. Do you want to expand your?
Just a minute.
Expand it out. And tell the guys about your
There you
Patreon,
go.
bro, and your YouTube channel.
So yeah, I have a
Hey, we
YouTube
had a
channel
very
and-
nice conversation last night on the voice chat.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
It's
very.
pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. We were a lot of people talking about the markets, technical analysis, and all that good stuff until almost midnight, bro. It was a long chat yesterday. Yeah, we have a very nice Discord chat. Let's say linked to your Patreon. So tell the guys. I mean, the link is down below in the description box of this video. So you have 3 tiers. If you can tell the guys about them.
So I have 3 tiers, as I was said, and go ahead, check it out. We post market updates on SPY and QQQ and trade ideas every morning before market opens. And I do have a YouTube channel as well. I'm running a challenge with small accounts in there. It's just an experiment to see if you can really make money out of it. So if you guys want to follow along, check it out. It's down below
Absolutely.
in
And
the
Mike is very
description.
active on his Discord chat, which is something that isn't common in this business. So he is really very active on his Discord chat. And if you guys have any questions about trades and technical analysis or whatever, he's going to be available 99% of the time in order to answer your questions. So that's an added value that is worth to be pointed out. So thank you very much, bro. Let's see what happens. So we have the Fed on Friday. That is going to be probably crazy, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have Nvidia's earnings report tomorrow. And, well, the markets are down. We had an ugly close today. So let's see what happens for the rest of the week. So thank you very much, bro. Thank you, guys, for taking a look at this video. And see you on Thursday. Bye. Take care.
Peace.